second. I restarted the game. I don't want to go into the tutorial mode, and when I restarted, it kicked me off of YouTube, which is fine. That's not. Okay, so this is the new intro. Kind of boring, to be honest. It's got a casual. Oh, and I hit simulation. Any changes? What? Yes. I've never used this pitch style. Okay, ABS allows you to challenge pitches. No?
Ball, that's off the plate.
I like this pitching style better. Alright, let's go.
Ball, that's out. Aye.
So I don't remember ever getting the early access this early. And I'm wondering, do I get access to the whole game, or is it just to play this simulation? I want to actually start Diamond Dynasty and see what that has, but March 13th is when I was supposed to. I mean, I have early access. Is that what that's about, or what?
Inside, ball one.
Challenge. All right, let's see. Is that my first return challenge? That's gonna be kind of annoying during the online games. Okay. Hitting zone. I don't love this view,
Ball, that's in. Ball, that's out. Ball. Foul. Inside. Ball inside.
Adiós, pelota. Alejandro Kirk.
Hey! Nope. That's inside. That's a ball.
Kirk's not good.
Ball. That's inside.
Thank you. That was that's a really easy take. Here's one for it. I knew it was Kirk, so I knew I could get him in second, but I probably wouldn't have him in play. I'm just gonna check because I'm curious if I have to. Like, if early access means I actually get to play, or is it just this?
Batting fifth, catcher Will Smith.
Nope.
What? I don't remember seeing that option earlier. I think earlier I had to get. Okay, let's see. Press any button to start. Casual and easier. Yeah, that's what I play. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's set it up. Favorite team. You already know. Nope. Here we go. Cubbies, baby. I always go with veteran. Yeah, veteran's fine. Yes, I agree. Oh. Alright, here we go. Let's see what's new on here. And I'm guessing not a lot, but I almost didn't buy this year's, but I'm a sucker for WBC content because we can only get it every few years. And, I mean, well, it's only the second time they've had WBC content. And I had bigger hopes for Team Mexico, but when I saw the roster and then I saw the people jumping off running off the roster, I knew we probably I didn't. I'm gonna say I knew we weren't gonna make it out of the first round, but I knew it wouldn't be as easy to get it into the second round. So buying the early access, I get some stubs, I get gold choice, I get all of these rewards. Is it worth it? Probably not as much as I play or don't have time to play, but every year I just wanted to get this to this early. And let's see, we like to practice and select which gameplay controls. Nah, okay. No, this is what I just didn't want to do. All right, let's see. The Cubs got Bush, Bregman, Happ, Suzuki, PCA, Carson Kelly, Moises Ballesteros.
Welcome to MLB The Show. Let's explore all of the game. To use zone hitting.
Big zone, directional, timing.
To use timing hitting with buttons. To use zone hitting.
Oh, I think I was... pretty sure this is what I always use. Although I kind of like, now that I'm this far away, I kind of like the other view that I had a second ago. Alright, let's see. Timing hitting. Let's go back.
To use timing hitting, to use directional hitting.
Directional, I know I struggle with.
To use big zone hit,
big
move
zone,
the left
big
stick
zone.
to select
Let's try
one
big zone.
line
Let's see.
section.
Ay, ay, los pongo a bailar la pelúa. El que no baile que lo despelucan.
It didn't look like a home run, but
Lean los números
I didn't realize this. I didn't have any two runs out.
Yo no hago
He just
canciones, hago
stood
himnos
there
pa'
and
que no
watched it. So
caducan.
here's another fly out.
En este género yo fui un Hadouken. Ey, y se extinguieron como
To
los
use big zone hit,
Antes
move
que me apague se apaga el sol. Subimos y rompimos el ascensor. El prepa que les tiro Barbasol. Pues no, ahora los miro de arriba y de lejos. Ey, no contesto DM, no. Hablen con mi manejo, pero él también va a pichar. Te juro que yo no me quise embichar. Ey, pa' mi crush, shh, ya me aburraste. Y yo sí soy mili sin usar Richard. Yankee se retira y vamos a switchar. Voy a ser el jefe, me van a fichar. Mi nombre por siempre se va a escuchar porque estoy en mi pick. Estoy en mi pick. Soy un rey, campeón, busca el ti. Ay, ay, estoy en mi pick.
to use zone hitting.
Mírame,
sure
lo que
everything is
me convertí.
the same.
Le molesta mi firme de compra.
Exit. Let's go back. Let's just to see what features we have, okay?
Es que ya nadie compone ninguna. Esta gente escribe sus canciones, eso no se emocionen. El disco más vendido de este año. Lo llevé para la escuela. Todo el mundo tratando de hacerle secuela. Siguen en la fila, nadie se me cuela. Chequi Morena, Chequi Morena, Bad Bunny se llevó todos los premios. Ustedes pagando pa' irse virales, yo pegando temas sin hacerle promo. La gente se pregunta cómo desde chamaquito, ¿sabes cómo somos? Nunca
I
pido
had
thank
played
you.
Road to the Show. I really enjoyed it. But I feel like I enjoyed
Yo
Diamond
soy
Dynasty
Coco,
so
ustedes
much more.
baking. Busca el
Storylines.
ti tirándome un breaking, estoy en mi
That's storylines, so
seguir en mi
more stories of the Negro.
Soy un rey, campeón, busca el ti. Ey, estoy en mi pick, ey, y voy a seguirle en mi pick, ey, mírame, que tú qué, tú eres fuerte.
And the app for 2 years now. Road to the Show, Diamond Dynasty franchise, and storylines. Diamond Dynasty is my favorite by far.
Ni voy a frontear, la de repeat, pa' que
And it's also it's also seems to be the most popular one. Let's go to Mexico. Let's go to Team Mexico. Kind of what I'm wearing right now. Okay, accent color 2. Probably keep the red. Oops. I'll just leave it where it was, and then white. Team location. Do we have audio for Jalisco yet? Otherwise, I'll just leave Mexico. Mexico or Mexico. I'm just curious if we have Jalisco, because I've used the channels of Jalisco before. I doubt it, but let's see. We got L, K, Japan, Jupiter, and the, yeah. We don't. So I'll just keep Mexico. Mexico. And I've been doing the Aztecs because we have that sound. Okay. So what's new? It says recently earned. Play, build, collect, build a dream fantasy team by collecting player items across all baseball history. Play ball, competitive, and ranked team. Yeah, so this is the same. The WBC collection. That's why I got this game. Like I said, I'm a sucker for WBC content. WBC's almost over. We'll be bored of it, and it won't even be the best cards in the game. But for me, that's the fun part. Live series collection, pool programs. Yeah, I think those are new. I mean, they're definitely new from last year. I don't know if they had. I know they had WBC programs back in 2023. First inning, team affinity, and coming soon. So the World Baseball Classic Finals, St. Patrick's Day. Oops. Spring Breakout, USA Conquest. So yeah, there's so much you can do. Recently earned, so here you can find the cards you just unlocked. So let's go to play, recently played, ranked, single player, challenges, casual multiplayer. Obviously this is my first time playing, so none of this will be available yet. So this is where I build my name. Build my team, player updates, customize my logo, exchange. I do have some packs with this, so let's go ahead and see what I have. I like Thomas. He was on Team Mexico for the second time. John Singleton, Tommy Edman, Jose Iglesias, Zach McKinstry, Luis Vigio, Dylan Shockley. And then we got Dalen Lyle, Alec Thomas. I mean, that's the only player that I know Tommy Edman's good. He's a silver. I know Jose Iglesias. I remember McKinstry from the Cubs. But they never give us great teams. We got basic, and the Browns. Steven Matz, Davis Martin, Drew Thorpe. So yeah, a bunch of basic pitchers. There's a bronze as a closer, thank you, I guess. That's all we have. Yeah, I do got some extra ones. But alright. Collections, starter collections. So let's see what the prizes are. I can start collecting these. Oops. So it looks like I've already achieved something just by collecting these cards. Cannot advance a complete. So I've already completed this collection, collected 9 cards. Collect outfielders, let's see. Can't say I love the collection options here. I guess I just got used to the way it used to be. So I only have 6 out of the 10 outfielders. What about pitchers? I should have 10. I kind of like the way it used to be, where I would just select all the cards and then click start to collect them all at once instead of having to do this every time, but hashtag first world problems, right? So I don't have enough pictures either. I got 5 out of, I need 15 pictures. Unlockables, I only need 3, but let's see, maybe I do have them. 1, 2. Nope. Bad skins, I only need 1, I think. I probably need to go and open all the free packs that not free packs, but all the packs that I got with this game. Yeah, I'll go do that. Alright. So that's the collections. What I wanted to see is the prizes. So we got live series. So collect live series players from all 30 MLB teams. Looks like Felix Hernandez and Albert Pujols. Are those the grand prizes? And Tulowitzki? Tulowitzki? If that is the grand prize, that's pretty underwhelming in my opinion. I do like the layout here. So let's see. For the East, you get Zach Britton for the Orioles. Yeah, like I said, I don't love the way that this collection is set up. We got Zach Britton. We've got Fred Lynn from the Red Sox. I don't know much about him, I'll be honest with you. So I can't have a good opinion. Greg Nettles from the Yankees. Are they just trying to get new cards? Zach Eflin from the Devil Rays. And then Tony Fernandez from the Blue Jays. I mean, Zach Britton is the most for me, it's the most recognizable of all these names. Like the most worth it from these 5. So, but I'm not a fan of those other teams, right? So let me know in the comments. We've got Larry Doby for the White Sox. I think they've had Manny Minoso a few times recently. As a Cubs fan, I don't really care for the White Sox, but so I'm just checking out what the prizes are. Lou Boudreau, okay, so that's a solid one right there. And it's Lou Boudreau, 1943 All-Star, 91 Diamond, okay. Tigers, George Kell. Kansas City, George Brett, of course. I was getting ready to say, can you find anybody else? But then that's contradicting what I just said about the other teams, right? George Brett is the Mr. Royal. That's the best guy you can get. Joe Mauer, okay. Mr. Twin, that's the best option there. Ivan Rodriguez, solid, okay. And again, I'm just collecting these because you get XP for the collection. Adrian Beltre, alright, so we got some good ones. Again, I just don't know anything about those AL East collections. Keith Folk, interesting, yeah. 2003, I remember him. He was a big piece of the 2004 Red Sox that broke the curse of the Bambino. Vladimir Guerrero. Okay, solid. Great. Angels and Lance Berkman. Good. Yeah, this is good stuff. I'm curious about the Cubs as a Cubs fan. So, alright, so once you complete the AL West collection, you will get Sean Figgins. That's a name I haven't heard in years. 60 Stolen Base Club. If you complete the AL Central, you get Anibal Sanchez of the Tigers, and you get Dustin Pedroia, Gold Glove of the Red Sox. Of these 3, I would say that's a 93, that's a 94, 91. All right. I'm kind of excited for that Sean Figgins card. Again, that's just a name I haven't heard in years. Dustin Pedroia, that was a great, like, business type player. You know, just go to work. After you complete the AO, you get Felix Hernandez, a 99. Dude, I feel underwhelmed. I feel underwhelmed with Troy Tulowitzki. He was solid. He was on a Hall of Fame trajectory. But it seems underwhelming for as hard as it is to complete these collections. I don't know how excited I would be to get this card. When I've had, we've had Gary Sheffield the last few years since I started playing. What else do we have? Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire. Albert Pujols. Now that's one that since he joined the game a few years ago, that's one that for sure, I'd get excited for. Alfonso Soriano, I think, was in here a couple years ago. All right, so ALS, we got Willie McGee. Okay, he's a gold. That's the only downside of that, but Willie McGee, Mark Davis of the Padres, don't know anything about him. Manny Ramirez of the Dodgers. I can find something wrong with any one of these guys. I love Manny. The only thing that I'm going to complain about is Seymour's a Red Sox, but that said, 2008, he put that team on his back and eliminated my Cubs in the playoffs. Yeah, this should be a solid card. Should be, okay? So, no complaints there. Again, if I wanted to look for something, I would say Manny Ramirez is more of a Red Sox. Why would you pick him? But no, dude, that's a solid card. Kyle Freeland, 2018 breakout. Did he pitch against the Cubs in that wild card game? I kind of think he did. I don't remember. And then Diamondbacks, Paul Goldschmidt. Yeah, not a lot of great options for the Diamondbacks, as young as they are, but you could do Randy Johnson, Kurt Schilling, Luis Gonzalez, Steve Finley. I think they've had him, unless that was the Padres, but Paul Goldschmidt, no complaints here. All right, let's go. I'm gonna save the Cubs for last as a Cubs fan. Jamer Candelario. 2023. Was that the year the Cubs traded for him? And then they missed the playoffs by one game? Pretty sure it was. If I want to look for something, I could find it. Nationals, again, another underwhelming franchise. Probably have better cards somewhere else, but not everyone's going to have a Hall of Famer as their card. Richie Allen, Phillies third baseman, rookie. Don't know anything about him, if I'm being honest. I'm a huge baseball fan, but there's a lot of these players I don't know. David Wright, 92, 2005 second half. Okay. Captain America. Mr. Met, not a lot of other people you can put there. Jeff Conine, Mr. Marlin right there. So that's another solid choice here. If you think of Marlins, that's one of the first names that come to mind. Not the best Marlin of all time, but one of the most iconic, I guess. 1994. So he's the guy that kind of like Ryan Zimmerman for the Nationals. That's Jeff Conine for the Marlins. Andrew Jones, 88, 2004 postseason. Yeah, the Braves, that's the team you can pick so many different cards, so I'm not going to look for anything negative from here. Andrew Jones was just amazing out there in center field, so he's a good pick for this. All right, let's go to the NL Central now. Red Shindines. As a Cubs fan, I apologize for the disrespect for the Cardinals, but I have no idea who that is. 1950s All-Star. That's probably a reason why I don't know who it is. I don't even know if he's a pitcher from this card. 1950 All-Star. Where do I check the... Okay, can I see the card here? So he is a All-Star Series number 2, bats switch, throws righty second base or shortstop. So yeah, no disrespect, I don't know who that is. Pittsburgh, Andrew McCutchen, 2014 All-Star. That's a good pick. I mean, he was a beast with the Pirates. Sometimes it's also about making it simple and not having to worry about this cheater. Brewers got the cheater, Ryan Braun. I hated him. But I hated him because I was a Cubs fan and he kicked our butts. I also hate him because he cheated and then cost somebody his delivery career by weaseling out of the PED suspension the first time, and then it happened again. Joe Morgan, solid. Okay, Reds. That's another team with a great history that I can appreciate as a Cubs fan who lives near Cincinnati. Joe Morgan, that's a solid card. Any Red you can think of, Barry Larkin, Tom Browning, Eric Davis. I know he's been used a lot. I don't know who's been on here recently, but Joe Morgan, that's a solid pick. All right, and last but not least, I've been very underwhelmed with the Cubs because there's not a lot of great choices. I would love to give me Carlos Zambrano. That was one of my favorite players growing up. We had Sammy Sosa. We had a lot of Kerry Wood and Mark Pryor recently, but let's check it out. We have Ron Santo. I think we've had him before. We've had plenty of Ron Santo cards. I'm not sure if he's been the team collection recently, but I'll take it. That was my dad's favorite player. Whatever that's worth. I think the best Cubs third baseman of all time. I'd say Aramis Ramirez may have surpassed him just because of the technology, the advancement in health and exercise that we've had since the 60s. But as far as the numbers go, Ron Santos number one. Chris Bryant looked like he was going to be there. I remember somebody making the comment from Ron Santo to Chris Bryant, it felt like it was a rotating door at third base for the Cubs. And then from Ron Santo to Aramis Ramirez, I think I'm not sure if that's what I said, but that's what I meant. Rotating door, then you finally had that position secured up for all those years with Aramis. And then it felt like, hey, we got Chris Bryant. We've got this secured for a long time. Well, 2015 to 21, that was 6 solid years, 5.5 solid years. So the collections are Ken Singleton from the Expos, 1973. I can't say that I know anything about him. We have Roy Campanella, 1955. Catcher, excuse me, for the Brooklyn Dodgers. And Jeremy Burnitz. This is a Brewers card. I can't say that that's a great card, but that's a name that I recognize, and he was solid back in the day for them. So me recognizing them does not mean that they're better or worse. Albert Pujols, love it. I'm excited. I'll probably never use this card if I'm being honest. I don't play this enough. I don't spend money on the game enough to get this collection completed. But what I need to do is just get the stubs up and then complete the collection, because this would be a solid card to use. But Trelowitsky, wait, what does it say? 0 out of 2. So I kind of like the way that it's got this stuff broken down for you. But yeah, I'll probably never play with them. But it's cool. Legends and flashbacks. All right, let's see. Let's see the collections we have here. World Baseball Classic. That's what I bought this game for. Again, we've got Fernando Tatis, Julio Rodriguez, Geraldo Perdomo, Clayton Kershaw, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Munetaka Murakami for the White Sox, Pete Crow Armstrong for my Cubbies, Vinny Pascuantino, Ronald Acuna Jr., Will Smith, Eddie Rosario, Junior Caminero, Kensuke Kondo, Nolan McLean. These are all some great cards, man. Ozzy Albies, Christopher Sanchez, Nolan Arenado, Kyle Schwarber, Carlos Santana, Logan Webb, Bryce Harper, Roman Anthony, Hyun Min An, I don't know him, Didi Gregorius, Andres Munoz, Austin Wells, Jackson Choyo, Alex Bregman, Will Castro. Let me try to predict, as a fan of Mexico, what else we have. We got Andres Munoz. I think we're going to have... I think they should have an Assad card, just because he was our number one pitcher. He's a Cub, and he's been great with the Cubs. But I don't know that they will, because he had a terrible second game against Italy. I think we should have Aranda, or... Let's see. Aranda had a great series. Durant. Oh, they They better have a Duran Duran card. Aranda, Duran, maybe Kirk, but that would be 4 Mexico cards for a team that didn't make it out of the first round. So we'll see. There's William Contreras, Travis Bazana, Alexi Ramirez, Gleyber Torres, Seiya Suzuki, O'Neal Cruz, Willie Brea, Bryce Terang, Kazuma Okamoto, Randy Arozarena. He was extremely underwhelming this year, but he is a star, and he was a star in 2023. So it's a good thing that they have it. Okay, I won't complain there. Yohan Moncada, Adam Ottavino, Salvador Perez, Xander Bogaerts, Mark Vientos, Edwin Diaz, Tyler O'Neill, Josh Naylor, Michael Garcia, Kenley Jansen, Jazz Chisholm, Jack Shohei Ohtani, Jarren Duran. Okay. Duran, Kirk. Okay, I'll take him. Raidel Martinez, Aaron Judge, Manny Machado, James Paxton, Anko Lin, Masataka Yoshida, Vance Worley, Hyunjin Ryu, Tarek Skubal, Ruben Tejada, Jose Quintana, Adrian Almeida, Aaron Nola, Abner Uribe, Harrison Bader, Luis Arias, Jose Caballero, Martin Music, Joseph Contreras, Livan Moinelo, Juan Soto, Cal Raleigh. Maybe they got everybody. I don't know. Andres Chatoria, Luis Severino, Elliot Ramos, Peter Marte, Wilson Contreras, Kyle Teal, Bobby Wood Jr., Daniel Palencia, Alex Hall, Fernando Cruz, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Jonathan Aranda, there he is, Gio Urshela. They've got everyone from Team Mexico that I think deserved it, except maybe Assad, Sandy Alcantara, Gunnar Henderson I skipped, Teduraki Sato, Byron Buxton, Anthony Ramirez, Gregory Soto, Edmund Rodriguez, Owen Casey, Paul Skeens, Matt Davison. So is this page 2? Wow, they might have everybody. Trace Thompson, Jung Ho Lee, Ezequiel Tovar, Brian Bello, Hyasung Kim, Andrew Fisher, Spencer Horwitz, Mason Miller, Dean Creamer, Camilo Duval, Seth Lugo, Joey Meneses. Okay, mis respetos. They got him. He had a great 2023. Just like I just complained about Arozarena not deserving it. Meneses, I think he had 1 or 2 hits this year. I know he had 1 RBI at least. A little dribbler that went up and hit off the glove of the shortstop. Does he deserve it? No, but again, maybe they are trying to get as many of these guys as possible to get suckers like me into this game. Yu Chang, Kung Kwan, Gil, that guy. Alfredo the Spine for Cuba, Robbie Perkins, Robbie Glenending, Tommy Canley, Drew Jones. Is that Andrew Jones' son? Is that Guillermo Zuniga? Rowdy Tellez. Okay. They've got every MLB player here to get suckers like me because Rowdy Tellez was awful. I'm sorry. A big guy like that, his only hit was an infield hit. Jeremy Profar, Erasmo Ramirez, Dante Bichette Jr., Martin Cervinka, John Camargo, and Duque. So a little disappointed they don't have Javier Assad. Maybe he's somewhere else. Let's see, collection options. Oh, okay. Hey, I like this option right here. Collect all uncollected. Buy needed items. Wow. Okay. One complaint that I've had is that I can't just collect a bunch of cards at once. I got to go select one at a time. This is much needed, I think. That'll help once I start getting into the... okay, let's see. Adam Ottavino, William Contreras. Yeah, so no Javier Assad, but no complaints about the representation they have on here. So we got a Jolt program. Jim Tomey. Got Greg Maddux for the Braves. Are these... Alright, let's see. Jim Tomey, Paul O'Neill, Rob Dibble, Ted Simmons, CC Sabathia, Greg Maddux, Terry Pendleton, Lee Smith, Burt Blyleven, Roberto Clemente, Gary Sheffield, Al Leiter, Tom Seaver, Jake Arrieta for the Cubs, Chase Utley, Larry Walker, Corbin Burns, Luis Gonzalez, Pedro Martinez, Andrew Dawson. We got Ubaldo Jimenez, Gil Hodges, Eric Gagne, Chess Headley, Chili Davis, Gaylord Perry, Ryan Sandberg for the Cubs, Steve Carlton, Yu Darvish for the Padres, Juan Marichal, Rafael Palmeiro, Matt Carpenter, Willie Joyner, Fred McGriff, Mike Moustakas, Rich Gossage, Harold Baines, Chloe Kluver, Jared Weaver, Jeff Suppan, Hank Greenberg, Hal Newhouser, Justin Morneau,
Johan Santana, Darren O'Day, Drew Rasmussen, Andy Pettit, Derek Jeter, and essentially David Ortiz. So you guys can see here what we have. The Jolt program, rookie program. Felix Hernandez. I can't see who this is. Tyler Fitzgerald, Richie Allen, Garrett Anderson, Blake Snell, Jeremy Burnett, Anibal Sanchez. Breakout. The reward is this pack. All-Star. The reward is a pack. Yeah, a lot of content here. Alright, let's go through it. We got Willie McGee. Is this 27? Is that Scott Rowland? Yep. Don Sutton, Johnny Damon, Jay Mercandelario, Bob Gibson, Dustin Pedroia, Justin Verlander, Shane Beaver. Postseason, we've got Campanella. 52 is that big guy pitcher from... Nope, it's not. Jordan Montgomery. Roki Sasaki, Andrew Jones, Craig Biggio, Don Baylor. That's Shelby Miller? Bryce Miller. Second half heroes. Manny Ramirez. Ryan Braun, I think. Yep, the cheater Ryan Braun. Bill Mazeroski, Cal Ripken, Trevor Hoffman. Is that Roy Oswalt? Vladimir Guerrero, Roy Halladay, Mark Davis, David Wright. There's only one player that when I used to go to the games I would boo, and it was him, because he won MVP and then he got busted for PEDs and he gaslit the whole MLB community that they must have mixed up his urine sample with somebody else's. And then less than a year later, I think he got busted again. So it was just trash of his part. And he came back after his suspension, and he would still kill the Cubs. I would boo the heck out of him every time he came up to bat. Adrian Beltre, Carlos Santana. Is this Kurt? Oh, Kurt Granderson. Yep, Curtis Granderson. Carlos Delgado, Mark McGuire, Ryan Howard, Max Scherzer, Jock Peterson, Robbie Ray, Raleigh Fingers, Nolan Ryan, Robin Yount, Sammy Sosa, Luis Robert, Larry Doby. All-Star, I don't think I've gone over these yet. George Kell, Joe Mauer, Stan the Man. This is Keith Folk. 2023 All-Star for the Pirates, Mitch Keller, Chris Sale. That's no, that's the Twins. What is that? Taylor Rogers. Oh, so it's a pitcher. I saw a catcher there. Brian Dozier, Troy Tulowitzki, Albert Pujols, Red Shondice, Matt Cain, Greg Nettles, Robin Roberts, Giancarlo Stanton, Clay Holmes, Bruce Sutter for the Cubs, Barry Larkin, Willie Stargell, Ryan McMahon, Hank Aaron. That's a cool card. 1974, the new home run king. Carlos Beltran, Joe Morgan, Zach Britton, Ken Griffey Jr. Excuse me. Ed Matthews, Jonathan Broxton, Bob Feller, Tony Fernandez, Ivan Rodriguez, Lance Berkman, Lou Boudreau, George Brett, Fred Lynn, Andrew McCutcheon. I think is this the last one I haven't gone through? Let's see, we got Breakout. Yeah, we did the rookie one already. So if I'm already doing this, I apologize. Ken Singleton. Let's go this way. Paul Goldschmidt, Bob Grich, Ron Santo, Zach Eflin, Kyle Seager, Zach Wheeler, Alec Manoa, 1995 Breakout. Is that? I don't think that's Jeter, is it? Bernie Williams. Yeah, I mean, I could tell from the picture it wasn't Jeter, but I was trying to think of that year, but I think he debuted in 96. 92 pitcher for the Orioles. Who is this? Mike Mussina. John Franco. Brady Singer. See, this was the ace for Team USA in 2023, I think. Just a very underwhelming pitcher to be an ace for a team like that. Lane Thomas, Dave Roberts, Dodgers manager now, Dave Roberts, Jeff Conine, and 2018 Kyle Freeland. So there you go. Those are the cards in this game. Got the XP rewards. The bosses, Ronald Acuna and Munetaka Murakami. Uniforms. Do we have WBC uniforms on here? We should. Alternate. Let's see. So there you go, guys. That's kind of a... I don't see WBC uniforms in here just yet, but maybe they're in a different program. And I'm going too fast. I recognize that. So... yeah, so these are the packs. I'll do a separate video for this. Ooh. Yeah, I'll definitely do a separate video. Just because I'm getting a little tired. I gotta go check on the baby. But yeah, that was just kind of a quick little preview into this game, guys. There's so much more to see. Build my team, progress, play, and the home page. So, what? Recently, I've already earned them? Where did I earn them? Alright, we'll do a separate video, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.